Hi, this is Shane Davis from Youngstown State University here with Figured Out Baseball. Thanks for joining me for part 2 in my series on proper catch play. As I talked about in my first video, we only have a limited amount of pitches off a mound in a given week in order to work on our control, accuracy, and command of our pitches and throws. However, we do make between 200 and 300 throws during a week playing catch. Those are reps where we can be working on those things constantly. The best way to do it is a good and serious game of catch. As I talked about in the first video where we worked on wrist flips, this next session is going to be on rocker style throws. Whereas in the first video with the wrist flips, we did it till about 10 feet. These next throws are designed to work back incrementally at about 3 throws per every 5 feet until we get to about 45 to 60 feet depending on our age level. If we're using a 60-foot mound, we're going to go closer to 60 feet. If we're throwing off a mound shorter than that, just work back until we get to about the length of our mound. So for Pony League, it would be about 55 feet and so on and so forth moving in. Another important thing to think about when we're playing catch is as we work back, we are using that time in order to loosen our arm up. We don't need to come out and throw as hard as we can on our first throw. It is okay and in fact encouraged to get some air under it, get some loft on our throws in order to allow our arm to get loose. And on our way back in is when we start cutting it loose. So the rocker throw drill is designed to do a couple things. It's designed to really work on and focus on our front side, getting nice and high in order to give us leverage to get out in front of our pitches and getting us down in the zone. The other two things that I like about it are it helps to develop some rhythm, and for some guys might be a little bit hard to do. I like to joke with my guys that I can always tell who got a date to their prom or homecoming dance based on how they do this drill, because it does take a little bit of rhythm, and I do want all of my guys to be as good of athletes as possible. The other thing that this works on and can work on is a little bit of groin and hip flexor flexibility. I'm going to show you 2 variations on this drill, and I don't necessarily care which one we do. The first is the basic rocker throw. As always, when we're warming up, working back, we're going to be holding a 4-seam grip. I'm going to get my feet out close to my stride length. So looking at me from the side, this is around my stride length. I've got my center of gravity over the center of my body. I'm going to have ball in hand, hand in glove at my chest as I start the drill. Now showing you from the side for a dry run, I'm going to rock forward, rock back, and once I get to the end part of my rock back, so rock forward, rock back, once I get to that end part, I'm going to separate, get nice and high with my front side, and I'm going to follow through and throw, and hopefully get an accurate throw, again with some air under it, to my partner as I'm warming up. So looking at me straight on, ball in hand, hand in glove, glove at chest, rock forward, rock back, throw. Working on getting leverage with my front side, working on getting some rhythm. One more time to show the action. Rock forward, rock back, throw. Now a little bit quicker, which would be more realistic for a game of catch. Back, throw. Now the variation on it, I had a freshman that was really athletic, really flexible about 5 or 6 years ago, that he just felt that this helped him to get loose in his legs as he was getting loose playing catch. His variation would be on the rock forward to go down and kind of do a side lunge and get himself to this point, and then he would separate and throw. So again, it's forward, down, out, throw. So looking at me straight on, rock forward, down, out, throw. And again, these are going about 3 throws for every 5 feet, moving back to around our natural mound length, depending on the age and the league that we are playing in. Please join me in my next video where I talk about walking windup. This is Shane Davis with Youngstown State University here with Figure It Out Baseball.